Alright, we're about to go in the gym, hit a leg workout. I want it to be explosive, really improve on athletic performance, coordination, agility, mobility, balance, strength, power, all that good stuff to increase athletic performance. So I wanted to give you all a couple little workouts, and I'm going to do a little voiceover to talk you all through the exercises. Hope you all enjoy it. See you all inside. Alright, so to start off our leg day, we really like to get a nice dynamic warm-up in to get our blood flowing, increase that internal body temperature to decrease risk of injury. I think it's really important not to neglect warming up, especially when doing plyometrics or heavy compound lifts. So these warm-ups will really help to prime your muscles and connective tissues as well as your nervous system, which will benefit proprioception, balance, coordination, and increase overall power output. So I know that's something we all want to do, so don't skip your warm-up, guys. I know it may seem a little bit extra because there aren't many people that I see in the gym prioritizing warm-ups, but if you're serious about fitness and maximizing your gains, it's definitely a must. When doing these butt kicks, really focus on squeezing your glutes or tucking your tailbone in, and you'll find that it really engages your hamstrings a lot more. Now we got some toe taps, just really trying to focus on warming up those ankles and calves. Now we're going to do some hip circles. We used to do these a long time ago, back in the day when I did soccer. Really nice for warming up those hips, especially for right before you're about to do some squatting type exercises, or actually just training legs in general. Just feels really good afterwards. Now for some power skips, getting a little bit more explosive as we go along. Doing some thoracic, spinal mobility, lower back mobility. Feels so good. If you haven't tried this before, definitely give this one a try. Now for these floor sweeps, you don't have to do it exactly like this and sweep the floor, but just keep a slight bend in your leg and really focus on engaging your hamstrings and those glutes. Now we're using these bands to get some nice lateral movements in to warm up our abductors. I was trying to stay in a low athletic position while pushing my knees out, not allowing them to cave inwards. This is actually a really nice drill for working on basketball defense or any sport that involves lateral movement. This will help a lot. Next, we're working on these slow and controlled squats, really focusing on a slow tempo down and explosive through the concentric portion of it. Just trying to keep everything as controlled as possible. After these, we'll be done with the dynamic warm-ups and we're going to jump right into the plyometrics. For the first one, we're going from a kneeling jump, landing on one leg into a lateral bound, which will really help overall lateral explosiveness. Nina's doing a little bit easier of a progression for this one. She's going from a kneeling jump, landing on both legs, and then going into a lateral bound. For the second one, we've got a kneeling jump into a broad jump. For these, we're trying to focus on minimal contact time once we pop up from the kneeling jump and producing as much force into the ground every rep. So the main focus is good quality reps, being explosive as you can with good form, and not undermining the landing, because it's important to have complete body control, or at least strive for that each time. It definitely takes practice at first, so don't feel discouraged if you can't quite do these yet. It's totally fine. Just stay consistent in your training, and once you get stronger, it'll carry over to more body control, balance, and coordination as well. For the third exercise, we've got a kneeling jump to a one-leg broad jump, landing on both feet, trying to focus on jumping as far forward as possible, landing in an athletic squat position. The landing is really important. If we want to be able to produce a large amount of force, we definitely want to be able to absorb that force as well. This next one was actually really fun. I added a 180 to it just to incorporate some more balance and coordination. After that, we moved on to some depth jumps. We just set up a smaller box. You just walk off, and as soon as you touch the ground, you just want to pretend there's a trampoline underneath you and jump right on top of the other box as quick as you can. We weren't really using a very high box. We're just focusing on producing as much force in the shortest amount of time possible. Same thing here with these ones. We're just focusing on being explosive as quickly as possible laterally. And Nina is showing another easier progression of this, landing on both feet rather than one. Less pressure on the joints. A lot safer if you're a beginner or haven't ever done this before. This next one I was just being a little bit extra. Probably didn't have to do that. Hadn't done a backflip in a long time. I just wanted to try it. After the plyometrics, we moved on to the sled, which is a really awesome functional exercise to help running explosiveness and overall leg strength and development. We were focusing on pushing with as much force with each stride, driving all the way through. And if you stack on the weight like I did here, just make sure you catch your breath in between each set. This can be super taxing on your cardiovascular system. It will definitely test your conditioning out, but just make sure you take good rests to maximize effort each set. And that's really important when trying to build strength. Unless you're just wanting to focus on endurance, you can take shorter rests and reduce the amount of weight you're using. By this time my legs were already on fire, but we moved on to dumbbell Bulgarian split squats. 5 explosive reps, just not too heavy of a weight, just a weight where you're still able to be explosive and controlled. And then body weight. And then moving to step ups, body weight step ups. Trying not to help too much with that back leg, trying to produce as much force with the leg that's on the step. But by that point, it was just fried. My quad was done for, my glutes. This combination, the superset right here, is just extremely good for a finisher after leg day. If you haven't tried this out, definitely give it a try and let us know how it goes. Just be sure when you're doing this split squat that your knee is right above your ankle, and you don't want your ankle to go in or too far out while you're performing the squat. And also try not to use that back leg too much. You want to focus on producing force with that front leg. On to the next one, we decided to do some dumbbell RDLs. Slight knee bend, really focus on pushing those hips back, and the dumbbell path, it should just be a straight line. Trying not to let those dumbbells stray too far away from your legs. You should really feel a nice hamstring stretch. After that, we finished up with calves. It was an absolute burner. Hope it wasn't too boring with this voiceover. Hope you found it at least somewhat entertaining. You could utilize some of these training ideas in your routine. Thank you guys so much for watching. My gosh.
Dead.
My legs are toast right now. I hope you all enjoyed that video. My legs are literally jello.
Mine too.
Vegan jello.
I was about to throw up in there. That sled is no joke.
Man, those are absolutely deadly.
Yeah.
Extremely functional movement. Awesome to
really progressively overload those legs,
It
tax your nervous
tests your
system.
endurance too. Oh my
Both
gosh.
conditioning.
I was out of breath for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, well anyways, I hope you all enjoyed that video. If you have any questions for us, leave them down in the comments below and we'll be sure to respond back. Let us know what other videos you'd like to see from us and we'll do our best to bring you those in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you all so much for watching. See y'all next week.